said that Brooklyn needed a little balance. I think we found it. The chains niggas pitching, we found it all in the fountain. To the top we mountain. At the top we bigger than mountains. Take it, shit, we bouncing. Ain't no making no damn announcement. Said I gotta get it. Gotta have it, don't you forget it. Steady representing. It's a habit, I never quit it. Got a lot of carrots and snow bunnies. Never committed, watch me murder this. Track record got me acquitted. Ain't a situation I can't handle. I'm Kyrie. We flatten the earth from birth. Niggas won't try me. Know that jungle be concrete. Money on your head, on. See, any day I perform play, I can hit it beyond 3. I'm cold. Show you what I'm about, motherfuck the clout. Niggas was in the drought, we had to change the route. I'm feeling like LL, you know I'm in the house. And I'm used to invading shit, I'm probably...
All right, y'all, welcome to an episode of Brooklyn's Balance. This is not a balance episode. This right here is a little extra bonus that we wanted to touch on that was going on this week, just to show y'all how versatile we are. We're going to call this right now the Celebrity Report. So... we got some things that we want to talk about that's going on right now. So the first thing we want to talk about is this entanglement that y'all keep weighing down on our souls. This is going to be the first and last time that we talk about this because I can't do it no more.
Cammy, help me out. Entanglements. Entanglements.
Okay.
Entanglements.
Yeah, Rick.
Oh my God.
Denzel.
So...
I got a lot.
What happened in a synopsis was for a long time there was a behind the scenes relationship going on. It was kind of like what R. Kelly and Mr. Biggs had going on. We just making fun of it now, but when you really look at it, that was what was happening.
Yes,
See, we can relate to that.
Oh, world.
So what happened was Jada and Will was going through some issues in their marriage. They went through a separation. They agreed that they was going to talk to 2 other people.
Right.
August Alsina came to Jada to look for spiritual help and healing.
Yeah, healing.
Who ended
She
up
kept saying
getting
healing.
sick. And she took advantage of him. She preyed on him. They were doing unorthodox things that Will Smith tried to act like he didn't know what was going on. He just didn't want the world to know. It was like, I was not trying to keep you from the world, but I was trying to keep the world from you.
Right.
And that's what was going on. August Alsina, I feel like he got upset. He is the real victim here because,
Absolutely.
Will and Jada then sat down and made fun of the whole situation. They called him Og. They fist bumped to bad marriage for life.
First of all, Og?
Right.
Don't
I don't like that.
Og.
Willie, what's his name? It's not even William. It's like Wilbert.
Wilbert.
Williford. What's his name?
Wilford?
I ain't even know.
Whatever the case may be.
Wilbert.
Right?
We're gonna call him
After
Wilbert.
Big Willie sound, nah. Right? Like, it's a lot going on in this situation. I do feel like Jada did prey on August.
Of course.
Alsina.
Jaden brought him around as a friend. Hey, this is my friend.
I just learned that this week.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This is my friend.
That's gonna be like it was his friend.
Friend.
Yeah, friend, all right.
But it's like, how y'all feel about this situation?
I agree with you. At first, I didn't know. Like, at first, I didn't know everything about the situation. I'm like, how is it? They're both adults. Like, how is it? Blah, blah, blah. But then knowing that Jaden brought him around as a friend and they all getting to know each other, he was a part of their family, basically. And then, like, now you having sex with your son's friend that was always hanging out.
That's your husband.
Family.
How old is that dinner? Mom, can you?
I'm weak. But it's just weird. Like, how do you get there?
Yeah, I'm trying to picture the scene. Like, y'all in the house having
Maybe he walked in wearing gray sweatpants and Jada said, "Oh my God!" And she was like, "Yeah."
I don't even know. Like I said, how they got in the same circle. Jaden.
They both do music. Jaden's a rapper.
But Jaden was a little bit far off from where August Alsina was.
Hang out with, it's kind of weird how that came about. Maybe,
like Jaden,
I mean, not really.
Maybe
they hang
August
out
had
with the
a
same
plan.
people.
They both hang out with Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah, they have the same. They have the same group of friends. Like, Jaden was hanging out with ASAP.
That's what we trying to figure out.
Squad
Okay.
And all of that.
Rocket, yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, so they had the same group of friends. So that's how they know each other. And when you're in the music industry, it's like technically like those lines are blurred too. Those age lines are blurred too. So like, oh, they're talented, we hanging out type vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so I think that's a part of it too. And
but my thing is, their mother also lives in this house. Jada's mother lives in this house.
They do?
Yeah.
Why are they up there having orgies and shit?
Because from what I remember 2 years ago, it was August Alsina was dating Jada Pinkett Smith's mother. That was the first report.
Wait, hold on, whoa.
That was what we thought, but it was because they were
You
taking
heard that
pictures.
did come out.
See, they was taking
That
pictures
did
or whatever.
come out.
She was in a bathing suit, and they was like, look at them all cozied up. So
Jada said, let me get some of that girl.
Oh,
That nigga
no.
look like Spider-Man. Entangle you. Entangle you.
Spider-Man.
So for me, I
Peter
can't.
actors.
So when you sit at the table, the red table talking, you trying to help people with problems.
Right.
Sis,
got a
you
whole
are the
problem on your-
problem.
Oh,
She a
You
whore.
are the problem. Your family's messed up.
say it
But
ain't
the,
so.
so the thing that got me about that whole situation was that how the city boys thought that they was up.
The city boy.
We up.
We up 2,000, baby.
Y'all
Upper
jacking
room
that?
shit.
So
They jacking it.
they
Jacking what? We up.
they thought they were up because Will said in her first statement, she was like, in an entanglement, he said, really, Jada?
He's an entanglement.
Really, Jada?
Say yeah.
Then midway,
Table told
he hit y'all with the Michael Jordan crying face. And everybody was like, that man is hurt. No, he wasn't
Nah. I feel
hurt.
bad for my man. Well, Jada's a whore. I feel bad for my man. I'm done. Drops.
He was not hurt. This is a man
was
who,
hurt.
once you come and put him in front of that mirror, that's what it is. Because the part that he got that face on was when she said, I just wanted to feel good again. You couldn't do it. That was a shot to the pride. Yeah, when he was trying to
14. No.
But no, for real, like that was the point where he
He's
looked
like,
like
baby, I don't make you feel good.
you not at all. You keep doing
Well,
Big
he was-
Willie
You
style.
well,
remember that
Instagram.
scene of Holly Berry and Monsters? Was it Monsters?
Monsters
She was
Ball?
like, I just want to feel good.
Everybody want to feel good. At first,
I just wanna
Aisha and
feel
that was Jada.
And she had sex with the old white man, like, bro.
Yo, he holds her
But But for me, that's what it was. Everybody was like, Jada's
Golly,
a dog. But in the middle of at the end of the episode, he was like, I'm gonna get you back.
Yeah, he was serious.
Yo, he was back.
And she was like, no, he said,
No,
I'm serious. I was like, oh,
Toxic
shit.
love for life. Like,
He was like, nah, I'm serious.
they not. But now it's like, y'all
Yeah,
really
yeah,
was
get
just
up there,
mad
Will.
because y'all was sitting here like, I want that Will and Jada love. Everybody, now we got the
I
Ike Turner memes out
Or that
there.
Harley and Joker love. What was that about?
Nah, that's some toxic shit.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta get out of that. But now, what kills me is the song. So it's like, I felt bad for August Alsina, but you go get Rick
Right.
Ross.
The song is dope. Put Rick
Renzel.
on it. Why?
I didn't really listen to it.
He said, I took her home and enjoyed that. She didn't even know it. Why you got that nigga on an entanglement song?
All right, that was a whole different subject. But Ross
It
is
don't
no,
matter.
no, he already got banned. So August Alsina trying to get double banned. Like you already barred
Ross is
half
top in the game.
Top in
From
the
I mean, but like when
from
you
2 years ago,
Come on,
a
Ross
year
still
ago when
good.
he
He
dropped
taking a break.
Renzel.
a break.
Lemon pepper
He
break.
gotta take a break. Remember,
No,
he
he
got
doing
health
that.
issues, and you gonna get up and use your breath to talk
not
about
gonna do-
somebody else's
You're not gonna do that to
business.
Renzel. You're
The
not gonna
reason
do that.
why I said I don't know why they put him on the song is because for one, we feel like August Alsina was taken advantage of, and I feel like he probably feels that way too, which is why he still heard about him, which is why he went
Made this
and did that song and did the interview, and then you went.
Yeah,
and
when
put-
you heard you make a song, that's music.
Yeah.
Keisha Cole, I
Excuse
should
me,
have
let me finish.
cheated.
Right,
First
let
of
me
all,
finish.
let me,
Keisha Cole.
Let me
bugged
finish.
out.
She's
Right.
gonna be her forever.
So then you come and you bring Rick Ross, who was talking about date rape, and you put him on your song.
Or Reebok's on, I just do it. Can somebody please explain that to me? Because that's been bothering me for years. Like, who was your endorsement?
Come on,
Jackson
bro.
Nike.
It's kind of like so August is Spider-Man, the slim guy,
Oh, okay.
and Rick Ross is like Venom. They're entangling women all across the globe.
I don't think
I
they should be doing
cannot.
I
anything
feel like
together.
he messed with Jada, right?
Yeah.
Jada was like, nah, I can't do this no more. And he was like, oh shit, you about to put me on blast? Fuck that, I'm making this on.
No.
He broke up with her. He left the toxicity. He left it.
But didn't he date
That was
Kiki?
years.
He left it.
They was
Did
not
Kiki
together.
too?
No, they was not together.
Kiki?
Kiki.
So I'm
even
trying to
said-
figure out Kiki Palmer's situation because he had the black on her like that.
Right, I agree.
Yeah, but
so
she-
what
she-
happened was
she did too much.
what happened was somebody was like they posted a picture of them two in a car
Yep.
and they was like, oh, they must have been in a relationship. Kiki
Oh, I
responded,
remember that. Mhm.
no, we wasn't in a relationship, we just friends. And then he got tight because she basically deaded that rumor. He was like, oh, you could never anyway, da da da. And she was like,
Sit
Just like that? He was angry like that?
He was angry like that.
He might got bipolar disorder.
she was like,
schizophrenia.
I have
multiple
multiple
personality
shows,
disorder.
videos, and songs, and you, sir, are just entangled.
Or listen, Dwayne,
Siéntate, por favor, please.
I ain't gonna hold you. If
Cállate la boca.
you give me a chance to be entangled with Jada Pickens, man. I mean, I may some other time.
And she in the shower like. Her brain swinging everywhere.
Y'all so annoying. Yeah. So the next thing that we want to talk about that was going on this week. I mean, it's not funny. I don't care what y'all say. It's not funny. But it's bits and pieces that we can take apart and be comical. But yet again, the City Boys have went down another set of points.
How?
Why is a 5'3" man? Is this your leader?
Don't do my man like that.
Shooting.
Here in Canada.
Shooting, but y'all was claiming, relax. We just was claiming him with the last mixtape, and we let him come to Brooklyn. Y'all let him get that little hairpiece and put that in. He thought he was somebody. Now he out here shooting
Quarantine radio.
Meg the Stallion. Right, y'all
Multiple
was just
times.
Nobody knows.
not even just like, hey, stop playing with me. It was
She's an
like,
I mean,
Some people.
that is
are
Napoleon complex.
Probably got it.
But it's
definitely
not
have.
okay
You
to
definitely have.
shoot a woman. I don't care if she a WNBA star.
I literally had an argument
well,
about this on my Instagram the other day. I had to delete the post because it pissed me off so much. Guy was like, I understand protecting black women, but
Black women can be crazy too.
it's like,
Okay,
for one, men are physically stronger than women, period.
so we gotta be
I
crazy.
don't know about men.
We gotta do something.
But on top of
Xenas.
that, even if she did threaten him, why are you still shooting her?
Why do you feel threatened?
well, look, it's good you asked that question, but I heard she pulled a blade out on him.
But this is all speculative.
I'm not
Whether
too bad.
if she did or she didn't, I get it. Your mother says if somebody hits you, you hit them back.
Right.
She didn't even get the chance to do nothing. He
No.
said, "Oh, you won't get
No,
me."
no,
Pop, pop,
no.
pop. That's
Right.
not how that works.
They were
Right
saying
in the
that on the way to the car from the party. I guess she.
So
felt
this is Chris Brown and Rihanna enhanced, is what you telling me.
Kinda.
And then,
They said that they was arguing and they said that she was violating him the entire time.
Well, I would
being
violate.
violated
physically.
doesn't give you the right to shoot motherfuckers.
Like physically, like she was beating on him. And they
Rihanna did it to Chris.
they got in a car, still arguing. At one point, she pulled the blade out. He backed out on her. And like I said, I don't.
You can back out and scare somebody. But
Right.
You ain't gotta back out and use
at
it.
least.
'Cause that's
me
what she
personally,
did.
I'm not pulling a gun out on the female.
But for you to be however
Right.
tall you are, for you to feel threatened enough to pull out a blade on somebody, you understand what I'm saying? You don't know the level of what he may or may not have said.
Yeah, we
So
don't know
for
what
me,
it's
if I'm
discussed.
taller than you and I already know I can beat you, if I gotta pull out an extra, boy, something wrong. That was like,
So
why?
it's probably they was fucking around for a minute. And
No, they
some
was.
shit
From what we hear,
happened.
they was in a relationship.
I'm so
But from what we hear was that they was at Kylie Jenner pool party,
Right,
and
I
he
saw
wanted to
that.
be, all up in Kylie face trying to get swarmed in by the Kardashians. Cause,
It's sunk.
He's trying to get
And-
entangled.
yep, and then,
That's not a thing. That's another form.
so she was like, "Oh, really? Like you finna do that?" Remember, it wasn't even just them in the car. It was the driver.
Pomeranian was that?
Listen,
Pomeranian?
it was the driver, and it was the other homegirl in the car.
Yeah.
Come on now.
The last thing I saw, they was at the pool party. It was Kylie and it was Meg.
Mhm.
Next thing you know, she got shot. I'm like, what the fuck?
It was weird.
That's weird.
And again, he hasn't spoken about it yet.
Nobody.
He out of jail.
Yeah.
He's out, but he
yeah.
just can't speak about
They
it.
say he's out on bail. So
So this morning before I got here, I listened to Hot 97 faithfully, and Ebro was blacking. He was like, "Tori, you cancel. I don't care what the story is. Why y'all not canceling him?
Look.
He's an amazing, one of my favorite artists.
Mhm.
I like Meg as a person. Her music, for me, that's another story.
Man, I love
But
you.
it don't matter what happened.
I ain't gonna hold you.
It don't matter. I get if you would have hit her. You feel me? Not that that's okay, but that
You shot her. Like, that's another level.
You just shot her
of
pinky
violence.
no.
That's
Nah.
another level of violence. Right there.
It's so fucking weird because like that came out of left field.
Yeah, that was really left. That was super left.
As far as canceling him goes,
I
No,
find it
y'all
hard.
can't pick and choose.
I find it hard to
Yeah,
listen to
'cause-
his music now. I really find it hard to listen
I
to
didn't
his
cancel
music.
I
Busy.
find it because now, you do these things. Because I couldn't see him do it before. I see him beefing with people. You feel me?
Yeah.
I
But
always
now
felt
I'm
he had
like,
that
okay.
angry, aggressive, demeanor behind him.
Well, it says he's 5'3", 120 pounds.
I
I'd be
think
angry too.
We
malnourished, 5 cents a day, kid ass.
The
But
cameras really make you look away because when I saw it, I was like,
Don't do my cousin like that. Don't do that to him.
all these people you related to, I think you
You
might
look
want
like
to check
him,
your
so.
phone. So another thing that was going on, it just popped up in my head since we brought up one of the Kardashians. I don't know how well versed we're gonna be in this, but Uncle Kanye, yes, Uncle Kanye.
Easy.
You know, he's supposed to be, I guess, trying to run for president. I don't know anything about that. Not going to talk about that.
Right.
He got upset with his young wife, Kim Kardashian West, who went out to go have a meeting with Mr. Meek Mill.
Meek Millie from Philly with the
to go talk about
rollie.
basically, you know, his reform project since he got released.
Mhm.
And Kanye basically started going off on Twitter, a whole bunch of rants.
No, he was black.
He called Kris Jenner's boyfriend Kanye, basically saying you went and got you a calm version of me. Started black and talk about you knew that the movie Get Out was about me. I'm in a sunken place. He's like, this family is trying to change me. They sent a doctor all the way out to come and see me and try to do all these things. They trying to make me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I got into, well, here's how I feel about that situation. Kanye as a person. You see how nobody, like, we still trying to figure out if we canceling Tory?
Yeah.
Y'all real quick to cancel Kanye and he ain't shooting out near not of nobody.
That's a fact.
You want to cancel somebody based off of their thoughts. And I think that we're in an era that you have to understand that there are going to be different people out there that speak and say a lot of things. Our person who's in charge, Trump, he says things. And
The babysitter?
when he says things, there's a lot of people out here that y'all cross paths with, and they say the same exact things.
Right. On
He has a platform, so you can hear it individually, walking down the block, you can hear it individually, you can hear it individually. We judging somebody that's willing to get up on a microphone and still hold no bars and be a person. Y'all ask for real. And he still goes, well, I don't know what's going on over there, but this is that. And that's okay to do that. And people got to understand that. So with, right, like,
China.
how many times y'all get into arguments with people and you be like, go ask this one? It's the same thing. Don't sit there and go, oh, he's a person of power. Everybody's different. Not everybody is taught etiquette. But with the Kim and Kanye situation, my thing is, y'all got to stop trying to cancel Kanye. Because
I feel like the Kardashians need to be canceled, to be honest with you.
I'm not
They should have held him down.
You can cancel him.
And you know, me saying this doesn't mean like that I believe that they would have held him down, but this is his new family, and what a family's supposed to do is they wouldn't have allowed him to do any of that. They would have.
He just needs help.
They would have been helping him.
I'm not gonna lie.
Why does he need help?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
And why does he need a hug?
If he is bipolar,
Because he's bipolar, he
Right.
has all
As
these
an
mental
adult,
issues going on, and he's been expressing that.
Yes.
We've been seeing that.
Right.
And they should have helped him get that help he
They
needed.
can't help him. They doing sex tapes, doing
Right.
botched
And
bodies.
this is what the
Their
problem
father
is.
has turned into a female. So what help do you expect them to give? None.
But what I'm
So
saying is, I
us-
didn't expect it.
Us. We're supposed to do that, right? Because did he just not pay for George Floyd's daughter's schooling? Everybody forgot that? While everybody was focused on George Floyd, he was like, I want to pay for this little girl to go to school.
Oh yeah, for the rest of her life.
But you know what got people in an uproar? And I seen this like from his rant. The part about he said about Harriet Tubman, that made people go over the edge. And I'm like, I know he's not really, when it comes to those topics, he's not.
I agree with that whole sentence, beginning to end.
Teach his own.
Beginning to end.
You
mean to tell me, like, I could hear if it's like one person entrapped in a room. Prime example, we do escape rooms, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's putting 5 minds together on how we gonna get out of here. You mean to tell me 1,000 people, we couldn't even get 200 thoughts on how to get out of here? We were lacking something. We were missing something. And the people that did do it, yes, the time was a little bit later. Don't get me wrong. Harriet Tubman is not a savior when it comes to Underground Railroad because she also killed people who did not want to follow her. So let's not even. He just stated, like, it took this one person. We say that every day. So now we got one person up there saying a thought and you want to take them down? We chose that. We choose that every day.
My view on that is like, yes, I believe that she did free slaves, but and yes, he was right saying that they just went to work for other white men, but that's literally what we're doing now. But the definition of slavery that I'm talking about that she freed them from was shackled, physical slavery.
But in order to get there, the first thing that you had to free was your mind. And she still used that against them. She didn't teach them that method. She was still the person that still held on to, this is how we get out. She didn't spread that knowledge. If you just don't follow me for whatever reason, that's that. So again, what's wrong with the comment he said? People are so stuck on stupid things like Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. Look at your history. What was you doing the whole school? Your whole school year. You can't even sit here. That goes to the same people who out there complaining when we're sitting and talking about our people shouldn't be out there looting. And there's the other half that's like, no, tear it up, F it up, so that you could go fill up the prisons again. And we don't got enough black people to get you out. You don't know stuff. Sit back and be quiet. The reason why Kanye got mad at Kim, it had nothing to do with Kim's reform. Kim is an opportunist. Meek has been doing all of this reform stuff before with Jay-Z and all these other people. Kim, what was you going to do now? This happened 5 years ago. This is a simple emotional trigger of, see, there you go again, working with people that you don't even need to go work with, because when you got robbed in that house, these same people didn't even call me to check on you, and I went through my first mental breakdown based off of them, and you going to go sit down and have dinner?
Right.
I don't care. You're my wife. We are contracted. My enemy is your enemy. Whether I tell you how cordial we are or not, that's what it is.
I have a question now. So, so he's talking about slavery and blah, 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 and black people, this, that, and the third. Yet, he is in this situation with the Kardashians. And it's like, bro, you're a slave to them.
They sought him out when you really check it out. Because remember, his mother passed away.
Yeah, but still, it's the same concept.
But even the black people that are supposed to hold and cradle him, let him go. Jay, Beyonce, what's up? Talk about it.
Right.
What happened?
He has no real friends.
So you can't even sit there and do that. If I reach my hand out to you as a stranger, no matter what color my hand is, and I take it. But the person who should have done that still left him in the dust and proved that twice to him. So again, we sitting there blaming for what?
I just feel like we focus too much on these celebrities' lives.
But right now, this celebrity here, just like the celebrity that we have in office as a president, that's the only thing we can relate to. We ain't sitting here relating to politicians and none of those people no more. Right. We're now sitting here talking about put somebody in office that we can relate to. And that's what it is now.
To your point about, like you were saying, like Biden, his friends help him out,
He has no friends.
Now, because somebody else took him. Let's be real.
And
he has no friends.
That, and not only that, but sometimes, even as a friend, I have a few friends. You want to help somebody, if they don't take that help, there's not much you can do.
And you're right, but there's also some people as friends, we want you to go a little bit harder. You just going, yo, man, you all right? Checking on me every once a week?
I feel you.
And him being a Gemini and me being a Gemini, you're going to go the extra mile for me.
Why?
And if you walk off,
some people are
it's
just
a
like
test
that.
because I've already went through.
But I'm trying to help you.
I already went through a lot. You get what I'm saying? Just like you in life. You probably already went through life, so you build up walls. Are you going to break down 5 walls? Not just, I did 2 with them.
To feel vulnerable enough and comfortable enough to come to you with my problem.
Right.
So you can
You
help
got to go through trials and tribulations.
Yeah, some people are like that. And
I just feel like
you have to be patient.
Help. Somebody needs to, like you said, step up and just really evaluate his situation. Or he needs help.
I know Dave Chappelle flew out there to go see him.
Yeah,
and that's a friend. You flew out. You didn't send me a tweet. You didn't send me a text. You ain't do nothing. Let me sit down with you. Even now to when you have John Legend and Chance the Rapper, who I see sit down and they like, that's not where he went. Let's stop doing that too. When you keep saying that's not what he meant to say. No, he said exactly what he said.
Stop speaking for people. You know what I'm saying? Let them elaborate on what they meant, because you're not in their heads. You don't know what they meant.
That's just like if a family member passes away and at the funeral, and everybody at the funeral, don't come now. You wasn't there. You wasn't checking on them.
Right.
Don't come. That's fake love.
Right.
Straight. Not fake.
But so now, for the last set, part of this session, we're gonna get into it. This Mr. Gigolo, Mr. Cannon, Mr. Wildin' Family Reunion. This man, the one who was doing the dance, you feel me? And Love Don't Cost a Thing. Christina Milian. That.
Christina, if you need another baby,
So, he has... I'm kind of in the middle with this situation. So, Nick Cannon has a lot of situations, right? He has Wildin' Out, right? He has twins with Mariah Carey. He has a podcast called The Cannon Class. He was the face of The Masked Singer. We thought he owns Nickelodeon. And he's a person that I could say that we've all at every time said that this young man was corny. He was corny, but he did a lot when it came to the community. He was the front lines when it came to marching people. He helped a lot of people that was on his cast. He's paved the way for a lot of social media stars that I be in his inbox every day hoping he see this episode. So if you watching this, help me, help us. I got to get out there because he need me to sit right next to him because he need to own these things.
Oh, you want to be wild now, girl.
Nah, I'm taking all y'all. We gonna be wilding out girls with opinions.
I'm
Nick,
a rapper.
stop getting them light skinned wilding out girls too. That I see you. You and DJ D-Rec is wilding. Try, you need some more chocolate up there. But anyway, he on his podcast had an interview with I forgot his name. One of the guys from KRS-One, Professor Griff, and they were basically talking about melanated people and our origin as people.
Right.
And then the conversation, in order to talk about that, you have to break down into other parts of history. Right. And that was how that conversation basically got broken down. They were basically saying that melanin comes with compassion and soul, and how a lot of people fear us because melanin comes from, it has to do with the sun.
And the equator, yeah.
And that's why a lot of unmelanated people go get tans, colored, and they can't function underneath there. They get skin cancer. Do what you want to do with that, but it's the truth. So we have a greater, power and resistance and tolerance when it comes to things like that. With melanin, we're made up a little bit differently, where we see things differently than that they wouldn't see. So that's why they are seen, according to him, as people who have to do evil things to rob and steal, to feel powerful, and they were kind of doing things in a caveman savagery mode. But as we go down into the history of this, what he said was actually right. So right. Cammy.
Yeah.
So when I saw that episode, I was completely amazed, and I was very proud of that episode. And I was like, yes, Nick Cannon, you slightly redeemed yourself from the last episode where you was talking about
women, because that's when we should have canceled him.
Right, and how white women are prizes and stuff like that. And then he came out with this, and I was like, okay, yes, we were the original Hebrews, we were the original Jews, blah, 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 blah. Then, 2 seconds later, the Jewish community was like, he's anti-Semitic. And I'm just like, I'm thinking to myself, how is he anti-Semitic when we are the original Semites? It was so confusing to me, and everybody was trying to make, not everybody, white people were trying to make him apologize for that comment, and Jewish people were trying to make him apologize for those comments, and it was just like, but what are we really apologizing for? Like, you can literally go online and look at these things and find this information for yourself. You can find it simply.
It's there.
And so calling him anti-Semitic and canceling him, the shows and stuff, and all the black people came behind him, was like, yo, we're riding for you, Nick. And then his tail goes between his legs and he apologizes.
Right. I agree with his...
He met out with a whimper,
I agree with his apologizing because...
Yeah, you got a family to fit to feed.
Right. And not even that. It's... You brought so many people on, and we didn't know he didn't own the rights to Wildin' Out. So what gets me, what I'm mad about is...
Why not?
Why are you sitting here at the forefront of every black protest, and all we're talking about is things that we want to own, and you didn't even try to own none of your stuff?
Right.
Only thing you own probably is just the podcast and them two measly songs that we keep going off about. I just think that you knew that once you started putting on Just Hilarious and DC Young Fly, and they started going to go do 85 South Show and all these other people, you needed to protect your brand. Right. You took battle rappers who do battle rap part-time and brought them onto your area, and why did you not own the ownership to it? We look up to you more than Diddy, because we know Diddy be out here chopping people. Don't kill me, Diddy. I just think that for me, it was like, come on, Nick. Like, I get it why you had to apologize, but I'm upset that you don't own
your stuff.
Anything.
I just feel glad when the day comes where we don't have to do that. Apologize for saying the truth. You know? And like, he said something that was truthful, and they got offended and just canceled everything he had.
But it's funny because why can they do that and we can't do that? Because we sitting here arguing about Kanye needs help. No, Nick needs help too.
Yeah.
Y'all pick and choose when we want to do it for. But
we need to always be helping each
so,
other.
in case y'all have not seen, on Canon Clash just 3 days ago, he has released a new episode with Rabbi Abraham, who is from Brooklyn. And the first 7 minutes, I can't even lie to you, I ain't going to see the rest of the episode. I got to the 7 minutes. And in those 7 minutes, it was a lot of, he toned down a lot. And it was like, he said, hey, you know, I apologize. And I know that I've hurt people and I want to not hurt people. And the quote that got to me that I'm going to leave off on is, this man said, America sat by and watched our people get hurt and did not do nothing. So we are privileged and empowered to say that you guys didn't help us. But what about slavery?
Right. Nope, nobody.
What about slavery? Y'all got paid, y'all got reparations, and every day we still go through that.
We didn't get shit.
And I get it, and it's not to compare apples to oranges, but
let's talk about it.
We can't do that. So thanks for watching this episode where we did this celebrity update for y'all, just to show y'all that we do have a lot of balance.
Smash the like button and smash the subscribe button. Do all that.
All right, we out.
Deuces.